What is up, guys? As you can see, we're back with yet another Honor of Kings video. As you saw, 1700 rating, really high rank. Not as high rank as the last couple games that I showed you, but this hero is a support hero, so it is much harder to get to this high rank. As I said, this rank also revolves around the KDA, stuff like that. So it is generally, if you are 1800 as a support, you are pretty good. So yeah, and this is a gameplay that I promised a couple weeks back. It is the teleport support girl that I'll be finally showing you. Now this hero also was released, or not released, but it is confirmed on the Arena of Valor test server already. It has some files on it. So they are trying to adapt her to 3 abilities and release her in Arena of Valor. Now I will go over those 4 abilities that she has and which ability they will probably maybe delete or combine into one if they release her in Arena of Valor. So the first ability that she already skilled, the S3 basically, it is just an AOV wave. She's a water girl support and she makes that AOV wave and basically just slows everyone inside and it deals damage over time. Now this S2 that she just showed is a teleport that teleports an ally back to base, or at least it's an AoE, so everyone can step inside. Whoever is inside this, only allies though, will get teleported back to base. Only ally champions. As you can see, she just escaped from the Enzo hook, from everything with her S2. So it makes you teleport back to base. You can see whenever she places it, it has a little clock running around, and when that makes a full circle, it teleports everyone inside it back. And it instantly heals everyone to full inside the base. So it is much faster than a usual backport. And you can also do some crazy stuff, because you can keep fighting and then just during the fight, you can just teleport back. Here you can see her S2 got cancelled actually. She casted it, but the Preda knocked her back, so while the animation was going, and see, it can't teleport back enemies, it doesn't do anything to minions. Only your allied heroes can teleport back to the base with it. And as I said, you can go invade, and then just while you're killing the buff, you cast it, and then when the buff dies, you teleport back instantly. Enemies have no counterplay. This hero is really hard to play, but if you know how to play her, it's really strong. You can see she teleported back the Raz. Raz gets a speed boost in the base and gets to lane fast enough. Now onto her first ability. Her first ability makes a wave go from her. It's an AoE skill shot that starts at her position. You can see it here. It's a little koi fish that brings the water, and it basically knocks back every enemy. And yeah, you can see this hero is crazy. We'll get to the ult very soon. It knocks back enemies like away from the center, and it also silences them, I believe, briefly, and it does some damage, of course. And now the ult, it does damage AoE in the huge AoE that you saw, and it can port whoever. It makes a button appear on every ally's screen, and if you press that button, you teleport to that ult. So she can place that ult, send people back with her S2, and then instantly everyone can teleport back to the team fight. Or if you have a bot lane team fight, all your allies who are not there yet can teleport to it. It is such a ridiculously strong hero, but it is really hard to play, and the only reason why she's not perma pick and ban is because she is really hard to play. It is really hard to pull off her combo of to pull off the macro in a solo queue environment, and also she is a ranged support. She doesn't have much combat ability other than those teleports, so she doesn't really bring too much to a team fight other than the teleport. So also she's really squishy, so she can't scout vision as well for your team as a lumber could, for example. So she is not used that often. Now she doesn't have mana. She's just gonna tank this tower, port back, and probably teleport back to the tower. No, she decides she has to go bot lane. A little bit wasted ult there, but it's okay. Also her S1 speeds up every ally on the track, so That is cool too. So as you can see, a lot of stuff to this hero, like a lot of abilities, a lot of very nice details, a lot of very nice outplays you can do with the teleports. Like, for example, Elandor is coming out in Arena of Valor soon. And as you guys know, she can teleport back to her in Arena of Valor. It's a guy with butterflies. He can teleport back to the butterflies. And he can, for example, leave a butterfly. She can teleport him back, and he can teleport. He heals to full and teleports back to the lane with his butterfly instantly. So she can just heal him for free to full HP, full mana. It's absolutely crazy. There's a very nice tactic in pro play with Omen. Basically, late game, she just hugs the Omen and walks around with him all the time. They try to backdoor towers, like literally backdoor, because Omen does true damage. So he can just, without minions, kill towers. And she just walks around with him, and as soon as they will get ganked, she teleports back, both of them to the base. Absolutely really annoying to deal with, but really hard to pull off properly. Very beautiful engaged by Raz there, gets a kill. As I said, she just provides so much value to the team, but it is really hard to play. Now, the ability that I think will be removed if she makes it to Arena of Valor, which she will. And as you know, Arena of Valor only does 3 ability heroes. So I think they will remove the S3. You can see it's just a wave clear AOV damage. I think they will just add the S1, will leave a damage over time effect as well. That is the best solution probably. Because the S2, yeah, it is good, it is useful. Ends up dying by the Elandor. You can see Elandor does so much damage, almost outplays everyone here. He's not able to jump to the umbrella to outplay the Tiger though. Yeah. I'm gonna skip a lot of... This game will be really long. It's gonna be a really exciting back and forth. But I'm gonna skip some of the wave clear because it is not too interesting to watch a support just walking around. Here they get a quick pick onto the Enzo. This is Preta ult, by the way. He dodges it beautifully. Oh, I was wrong. The S1 doesn't silence. It's the S2 that silences. So I assume they will add a silence to the S1, or maybe just leave it out completely. But maybe just make the S1 deal more damage. Something like that. She just wants to go back to base. Uses the ult to get back to the fray again. As you can see, this hero has no downtime. It just keeps being in the battle, and you can do the same for your teammates. So it can carry an early game really hard if you use the teleports correctly. It can carry a late game even harder if you do them correctly, but it is not simple to do. Here he teleports his team into the fight and teleports back to base, teleports back to the fight instantly with his ult. He's playing really well. I already skimmed through this gameplay. He definitely, I feel like he carries this game really hard. We've already seen this hero in my Enzo video, where she already carried the Enzo really hard in my opinion. And yeah, if you play this hero well, it's just crazy. You'll just be ahead of every rotation because of the map-wide teleport. Here he just goes in, he can just go in really deep. Now, what counters him though is he does not end up dying, very close there. What counters this hero is knockbacks. Because for example, if you play against a Superman, you try to teleport back, but he just kicks you out of the backport last second, so yeah, that is definitely something to look out for. That is how they counter this hero very often in pro play. That is also a reason why she isn't like a perma pick. She just gets countered really easily. Like if Preda had his S2 there, he could have knocked her out of the teleport again like last time, and she would just end up dying because she has a cooldown on it and she just won't get away anymore. His team really isn't doing too well. 3 of them dead. He's just trying to clear his waves. You can see he has decent wave clear. He's not building any ability power yet, and he has decent wave clear. They also sometimes play this hero as a mid laner, you can do that. But right now it's not as good anymore. When she was first released, I think she was a little bit OP with the numbers, so she did a little bit too much damage, so they played her as a mid laner often. But now it hasn't been seen in a long time. Here he ports out last second. The Elandor almost outplayed them 1v2, but he ports out at 10 HP, makes his Omen port in and finish the Elandor. Yeah, you definitely want to be very cautious against this hero, because a 1v2 might turn into a 1v3 all of a sudden and you get murdered even more than before. Beautifully played by Enzo there, gets a return kill onto the Tiger. She knocks back the Enzo into the wall though, not much they can do to combat that, and yeah, they get another kill. He teleports the Omen and him out of the... Like, they were getting ganked here, but she just places the teleport and both just teleport out there. Not much you can do, it's just so frustrating to play against this hero. And as you can see, he is maxing the S2 last, but the more points you put in, the more movement speed you get when you teleport back to base, and you could see just how much movement speed he had there. He is typing there, we can skip that. I assume he's telling his team what to do, because he seems to have the best macro of his team so far. Casts his ult, wants his team to follow up. Casts a little teleport there for Omen, so he can get away safely, and yeah, they get a kill. She teleports Omen out. The Omen is able to instantly defend the top wave. If you see the minimap, there was a wave there hitting the tower. So yeah, just absolutely out-rotating the enemies with this ult. As I said, you have to win the early game against this hero, because this hero's biggest weakness is just that she cannot check bushes early game. She is really squishy, so she will just die if she overextends. And here she's just trying to teleport her and Marja out of the fight, teleport them back in. The Raz ended up dying though. It seemed like the Raz was inside the teleport as well, but I guess it was a millimeter outside of it. Here she just teleports her and Marja again out of the battle. Not much the enemies can do, because now they're back, they can just wave clear again. She has really decent wave clear. She just places another teleport for the Marja. She ends up not taking it though. She places a teleport as soon as her team revives, for them to join the fight again. Absolutely crazy, just teleporting all over the place. Late game, the cooldowns are so low on both ult and the S2 that you can just keep teleporting around. And the S2 also gives you so much movement speed. You'll see, now he maxed the ability, you will see just how much movement speed you get inside the base. Here you can even steal the little jungle camp. With this combo, you just go in. They overextended so far. Like, if they didn't have this hero, they would just die for it, just taking a small jungle camp. But this hero enables you to do it safely. Beautiful catch by the Raz there. Gets the Preda. Now 3 people dead. I assume they will try to finish. Also, as I said, this ult does has like a brief delay and then it explodes for damage. So it deals a decent amount of damage, especially if you build her full AP. It deals a ton of damage. But as I said, that got nerfed, so they don't really play her AP that much anymore. Again, now they're just trying to penetrate these tier 3 towers. Always really hard to do. Here he just by moving into that position, this doesn't seem like he's doing much, but he places the teleport there. And he moves into that very aggressive position, just zoning away the Enzo, because the Enzo knows she has a silence in her kit, she has a knockback, and auto-attacking her won't do anything. So he will just take free damage for no reason if he does decide to do it, because he knows she will just teleport away and be back in the fight with her ult again. So it really just doesn't do anything. So really annoying to play against. Now again, they all port back, they get poked, the enemies outplay them, they get poked, they just teleport back, full HP again, and now the enemies lose the fight. Like, he's using these teleports really, really well. And just spamming those abilities at this point. The really low cooldown for all of those abilities at this point. You can see the late game, this hero is so strong. It's similar to Alice in Arena of Valor. Early game, you just get blown out early game by Chognar, by Lumber. Heroes like that, yeah, Chognar too, that can just check these vision bushes early game, just provide vision for their team, scout out the enemy jungler. You just know what is going on, and the team with Alice just has no clue because they have a squishy ranged support. But this hero is the same kind of, but again, Alice just keeps winning late game because of her AoE slow and silence, and this hero is pretty much the same. Keeps winning late game, has a silence, has an AoE slow, has teleports. Crazy hero. Also gonna be very interesting. This is like a better Alice, so I assume Alice won't be picked too much anymore in Arena of Valor as soon as this is released, because they do the same thing, but just that this hero has a teleport as well, so it's crazy. However, in Honor of Kings, Alice is still picked, but it is way different. It gives everyone cooldown reduction and stuff in an AoE with her ult, so it is really, really crazy. Alice and L'Oreal is a very OP combo because you have more cooldown reduction than the 40% even on your S2, so you are pretty much dashing all the time. Here you can see they finally are able to win a team fight. I assume they're gonna end this game now as soon as the wave hits. He teleports his team back to base, lost time to heal, and yeah, they get the win finally. As I said, this hero really special support, and yeah, we are getting her soon in Arena of Valor. This recording is really bad sometimes. Let's see if he shows the damage numbers. I mean, it won't really do much. Yeah, he's not showing them because he's a support. We don't really care about his damage. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to this hero. I know a lot of you guys don't really like to support. I don't like to play support either, but this hero seems pretty fun. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Bye bye.